Hi, I'm Deepak Kumar and I represent Flowing River. As a part of the series of reimagining the work life, today I have with me Jitendra Kumar. He is one of the directors at Well Freight Shipping Private Limited, and it's quite a well-known firm here in Ahmedabad. So as we go about discussing with him, so let me take the pleasure of inviting Jitendra. Jitendra, welcome to this show.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the inviting of this session.
Thank you so much. So, Jitendra, I would like to, just tell me some background about yourself before, as
Sir, actually, before this company, I was working with a German company called Fackelman, and that company was into the houseware items, kitchenware items,
Okay.
and I was there as a purchase manager and the production manager. So after that, before COVID, one of my friend he's doing this business since last 20 years, and he has the business. Uh, Actually, he has an office at Delhi, narrow place. So I'm sorry, sir. Actually.
Yeah.
So, so at one of a pleasant evening, we were sitting over there, and then he shared the idea that Mundra port built by Adani, that is the upcoming port and is doing very great in the Gujarat. So we can start a new business in Gujarat. So we decided that okay, we make a joint venture, and then we registered this company, Well Freight Shipping Private Limited, in 2019.
Oh.
And then we started the operation in Gujarat. But it's my bad luck, unfortunately, when we started the company, the
COVID came in, yeah, I can imagine.
Yes. But actually, we have established the office over here, but we could not do the marketing task properly in the Gujarat region. But we started the work from home, and we had some existing clients at that time.
Oh.
So we started to work with them, and then slowly, everything went well, and we established the second office in Mundra in 2021. So now we can say that we are doing very well in Gujarat, and we have a lot of big customers in the Gujarat who are moving the shipment from Mundra port, Hazira port, and from ICD Ahmedabad. So now it's a quite well. Yeah.
Good. Jitendra, actually, I love the way you said it. It's been like since 2019 as you started it. And I can imagine those were COVID times, and after that, the
Yes.
business started picking
Yeah.
up. You were there. You were there. But I also understand since you were, you were new into this field.
Yeah.
And one of your friend, as you said, one of your friend actually introduced you to this field.
Yes.
Now tell me, Jitendra, now that you've really established yourself, and when you look back, and today when you're sitting over here, tell me what has been your experience so far? Share with us one good experience and possibly one very challenging experience that you had. We'd love to hear more about you.
Yes, sir. Actually, sure, I was not into this field earlier.
Yeah.
But actually, when I was with the German company, I always interacted more with my logistics guy in that company. And it's always fascinated me, the supply chain and logistics. So I always had an idea in my mind that how I can improve the supply chain management in my previous company, in the Fackelman. So because in each company they focus on product development and marketing, designs and everything, but nobody focus so much on the supply chain. And
well said actually.
Yes, yeah. So I thought that if we improve the supply chain, maybe we can save money over there. We can increase the productivity. We can decrease the turnaround time of the goods.
And that's more important, isn't it?
Yes. So it's always fascinate me. So I was always interested to work with the core supply chain managers and industry honchos. And so when my friend came with this idea, I was
You
really
just
happy.
grabbed it.
Yeah. I just grabbed it. And yes, actually, when I joined this industry, it was very much challenging to manage the transporters and the custom officers. It's very much challenging, you know.
I know, I
You know the red tapeism in the government departments
Yeah,
and all
sure.
these things, and the very very arrogant and irresponsible behavior of the transporters. You'll be surprised to interact with them. So it was very much challenging with me, but actually I made a mechanism, and I had a lot of meeting with the stakeholders how we can make it better. And now I can say my Mundra team is happy to work with the custom officers now, and the transporters. We have designed in this way that now the work is going not completely smooth, but it's much better than earlier.
So you were saying one of the things that things were not so good because there was arrogance by the customers
Yes,
department.
yes.
The whole setup was new, and you really put in a lot of effort in terms of having constructive meetings with all of these
Yes.
stakeholders like custom officials, transporters, and all.
Yes.
And then you managed to put in this.
Yeah, of course. Because
And so, what was the kind of challenge that custom officials actually posed to you?
actually the problem is that when you go to the custom officers,
Yeah.
whether you had something wrong in the documents, or it's wrong or not, but still they always see the documents with the doubty eyes, something
So
fishy
they
over
always
there.
doubt it.
Yeah, always doubt it, something fishy over there. And so always they come up with the new queries about the documentation and all these things, the process, import price, export price, the price is not up to the as per the government guidelines and all these things. So always they come up with a new query, and we have to satisfy the custom officers
So
with the replies.
Since you are actually taking shipment of a third party, so do you have to give answers on behalf of the company?
No, actually I have to act on behalf of the shipper, exporter.
Okay.
Yes,
You have to
I have
act
to
on the
present.
behalf of the shipper.
Yes, because shipper is not coming directly to the contact with the custom officer.
Oh.
We have to deal with the custom officer on the behalf of the exporter.
And so you have to answer everything on behalf of that,
Yes,
That's where the big challenge is.
Yes,
So you need to be very well versed with what is happening at the shipping front, shipper's front.
yes. Actually, yes, I have to have the right knowledge about the product, how they are manufacturing, what are the raw material they are using for the manufacturing process.
Oh, this is amazing,
Yes,
yeah.
if they are sourcing locally or they are importing the raw material from other country. If they are importing from other country, then I have to tell the source of the material. So
the kind of information that you tend to have
Yes,
for any
yes.
shipper is amazing. Huh?
Yes.
So even if you get a new customer, a new customer, that means you have to get a whole lot of information from them.
Yes, of course.
Huh?
Sometimes shipper is not aware about some information about the raw material, where they can get the cheaper raw materials, how they can benefit the government policies while they are exporting the goods overseas, and most of the all, what are the maximum benefit for the exporting the goods overseas from which country? Sometimes it's a very good to export to the Europe, sometimes to Gulf countries, sometimes to the USA. So we are very much, we are basically a mediator between the shipper and the custom officer. We have to have the knowledge about the shipper goods also, as well as government policies also. Because in each budget, our finance minister and come up with the new policies, and sometimes shippers are not aware. So we have to read lot of heavy books about the custom policies and then the financial policies, and we have to have the knowledge about the shipper front also, raw material, manufacturing process, and use of the product.
Jitendra, when I am talking to you, I must appreciate you on this also. Till now, my thought was that as a shipper, what is your job? Your job is just pick up the stuff, put it send it through the customs, and ship it out.
Yeah.
But now when I sit with you, I really empathize with you in the sense that you seem to have, and you really take great effort in terms of understanding the products that is coming from the shipper's place in entirety.
Yes.
From the raw materials they source to the production they make and everything. And then you have to have this knowledge of this the export and import documents, and then you have to also understand that there are dynamics in place where custom officials come in, and then there are dynamics of transport officials come in. So what you're telling me, this is not easy.
Yes.
And it has poses a lot of challenges for you.
Yeah, actually, normally when we meet someone and we tell that what are you doing, what is your profession, so they simply think about it, we are a transporter.
Yeah.
But there is a lot of other things we are doing. It's not a transportation only.
Actually.
And that is why I am into this field, because we can do lot of things, lot of new things. Because in this field is very much traditional and lot of scope of the improvement.
Yes,
there is a lack of technology in this field. We can in the future we can use a lot of technologies, ERP software, SAP software we can implement in the organizations for the better results and improvement. So
you see a lot of potential here.
Yeah.
If you just tell me, I gather what you would have gone through in terms of gaining expertise over the last 3-4 years, If I were to ask you, what has been some of the great takeaways that you had over the last 2-3 years? Some interesting takeaways, some interesting learnings that you had. Probably some of the viewers might find it interesting. What kind of learnings of 4 years, putting it into this.
Actually, see, as I said that when once I joined this industry and I went to the Mundra port. So a lot of things are not streamlined, not organized in a good manner. So what I would say that the most important thing is that how we deal with the custom officers and how we deal with the shipping line over there. In this industry, shipping lines are the main king of this industry, and they have monopolies also. So they have a lot of funds and they have presence all over the world.
Yeah, I can imagine that.
Yes, so they have the monopolies and in terms of the charges, in terms of the ocean freight, they always treat forwarders and the shippers and the custom house agents like what they want to charge. And if you put any question, they will not listen you. And they start, if you will not make the payment on time to them because of some dispute and anything, they will not listen you. They start penalizing you. They
what do they tell you normally?
They say these are our charges and we have told you earlier, and these are written in the terms and conditions. You have to read all these terms, conditions and all these things. But
so there's nothing for negotiation.
No. So we have to pay them end of the day, because if you not pay and if we spend 10 days, 15 days, they will penalize us in lakhs. So we have to.
So virtually there is no negotiation with these big shipping lines.
No, and that is why I started to organize and meeting with our industry stakeholders like forwarders and CHAs. I had a meeting with the CHA association in Mundra that how we can negotiate with the shipping line, because if we will be united, then maybe it will make an impact on them. As of now, we are fighting alone.
Single battle. Yeah.
I have my issues, you have your issues, you are going alone for your issues, I am going alone for my issues. So maybe they will not listen, but we will go collectively.
Yeah, they will listen.
Go there. Maybe they will listen us.
So I think this is a very interesting takeaway, because you have got this that is not so smooth. People, you will have to sometimes end up doing what they want.
Yes.
And which may not be in your very good interest. So you have to create environment so that you can fight it out.
Yes, because what happened that shipping lines are limited in the market. Only I would say if I count, then it will be around 10 or 11 shipping main shipping company in the market. But forwarders and CHs are thousands in number.
Okay.
So the problem is that they are limited in the market, so they can do the monopolies, but we cannot. So that is why now we started to have the communication with our industry stakeholders, that we have to make the associations, we have to have the meeting with the ship line collectively, and we should strongly put our problems with the shipping line.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
So this is very interesting. One thing that you said is another, and maybe one more takeaway that you think you want to tell us. Learning.
The second takeaway that, you know, as I said, the transporters are very arrogant.
Oh yeah, you said that.
And they are illiterate. Sometimes, you know, if you say something, they will not listen to you.
Okay, yeah.
So now what I thought that we have to educate them, because they are transporting the goods from the manufacturer to distributors in the market, but the transporters who are involved in the exporting procedure, importing procedure, we have to educate them how they can work in a better way at the ports, at the warehouses, at the ICDs, at the shipper loading point.
Okay, yeah, this is very nice.
Yes, because what happened, as I said, the shipping lines are, you know, they have the monopolies.
Yeah.
If the transporter will not move the container on time at the port, will not report on time at the port, the shipping line will charge us as a penalties, because the cut-off dates are over there. So we have to meet the deadlines. If you don't meet the deadlines, they will charge us heavily. So in spite of we pay to shipping lines in lakhs rupees, better we pay more few thousand rupees to transporters.
They reach in time.
They reach on time, and we educate them. We can facilitate them that you can have one more extra driver for the nights, so they can run the truck in the night as well. Because if the daytime the single driver will drive in the day and night, then there will be accident and all these things. It is not good for the transporter, not good for the driver.
So this is also an amazing thing, you know, when your shipment distance is more than 24 hours, you're trying to arrange it for an extra driver also.
Yes.
And you're also telling I have to educate them how they should, you know, conduct themselves right up to the customer level.
Yes.
Customer or shipment level.
Yes.
Up to the shipping level.
Yes.
Oh, this is amazing.
And the second thing is what as far as the cost is concerned, suppose if I book a truck from Ahmedabad to Mundra, okay, then what happen? The transporter will count the round journey from Ahmedabad to Mundra and Mundra to Ahmedabad. But my work is just up to from Ahmedabad to Mundra only. But he is charging me back also, because the trailer will come empty in the reverse journey. So what we are doing now, we have to make a group or a common platform for all the shippers and the forwarders agents. That if somebody is having import cargo from Mundra to Ahmedabad, so he can use my truck in the reverse journey. So we can share the transportation cost. And that will be cheaper.
Is it working now?
Yeah, it's working now.
It's working now?
Yeah, it's working now. I am working few transporters, only 2 or 3 transporters, and we have made a group with other agents. So whoever has the requirement of the transportation, whether it's from Ahmedabad to Mundra or Mundra to Ahmedabad, they post in the group, and then accordingly we can manage.
I can imagine.
This is a small initiative, but in the future we can make a bigger platform, like we can make an aggregator like Ola and Uber.
Yeah, and this is where the innovation will take place, and this is where you can actually reimagine the entire shipping operations, isn't it?
Yes.
Wow, this is really good. Now, you know, Jitendra, as I'm talking to you, I'm beginning to realize how complex business operations are. For a layman like us who did not know much about the logistics operations, this is a huge ball game altogether. But you have to take care of take care of stakeholders like shippers, transporters, and even drivers, to the extent that you have to also take care of the distance, the liners, everything,
Yes.
and timeliness. I mean, anything goes wrong, you are going to suffer a huge
of course. Of course.
No, I can imagine what you're saying. So you have shared with me some very interesting challenges that you face, and this is अच्छा लगता है सुन के, because the candidity with which you shared is also amazing, because कोई भी सुनेगा कि transport line इतना आसान नहीं है. It is not so easy.
Yeah, actually, see,
you need to really build it up.
Yeah, of course. It's, as I said, it's not only transportation, because the transportation is only about local transportation.
Local transport.
Yeah, but we are managing the local transportation, we are managing the sea transportation, we are managing the air transportation.
Yeah.
So it's a vast form of the transportation.
Vast form of
I would say it's a supply chain.
Big
It's a
time
total
supply chain. The big time supply chain. Yeah, I can imagine that.
So there are, but as I said, that there is lot of scope of the improvement in this segment, in this
And-
industry,
Mm.
and that we have to speak with the technology expert also, because lot of there's a big room for the technology advancement in this industry.
Ah.
So
I was actually about to come to that because this is where the real innovation takes place.
Yes.
End of the day, how many days you will continue with running of just running after the transport ship or the, it should happen automatically.
Yes,
It
yes.
should happen smoothly. I understand there will be some level of manual inputs,
Mm.
but there should be. I mean, the routine jobs can anyway be automated.
Yes, of course.
Very nice. So, Jitendra, बड़ा अच्छा लगा, when you shared all this. Let me come to the almost a penultimate question. कि if I were, when we are talking now, if you had 3 wishes, सोचो जादू की छड़ी, something like that. जादू की छड़ी है और आपकी 3 इच्छा पूरी हो जाएगी. So your 3 wishes will be fulfilled when it comes to your job profile. What are those 3 things you will wish for कि आपका job life smooth हो जाए? ऐसा क्या 3 चीज आप ढूंढोगे? What are the 3 things you will go for?
So as I said, as I mentioned earlier also, the first thing is that we need a technology advancement in this industry.
So the first thing you need is technology advancement.
Technology.
This is going to
We
smooth
need
it.
IT expert.
Yeah.
They can have a lot of discussion with
Yes.
us, and they
Look at that.
make the softwares and technology advancement as per our requirement.
So true.
So they
so
can
true.
design it.
Yeah.
So that is the first thing. The second thing is education, because in this industry, it's the transporters. They are working since last
So how
50
will
years.
you bring about that in the education? ऐसा क्या करोगे कि education हो जाएगा?
For that, we need to have the workshops. Workshop. We have to organize the workshop. There we can invite all the stakeholders like transporters, aggregators, brokers. We have to invite them, and we have to have run some workshops to educate them.
Okay, very nice.
And even we have to invite the driver also, because they are the main engine. They push the supply chain. So we have to educate them also.
What will be the third one?
And the third one is of course the license work with the government departments.
Licensing work.
Yes.
So what would you do? क्या इच्छा चाहते हो? Licensing कैसे? What would you like that licensing to happen to licensing?
Actually, in this case, we will request to the government officers and the government offices that they have to publish or announce the policies very clearly, because there is a lot of ambiguities in the policies, and sometimes shipper take the advantage, sometimes the officer take the advantage of these ambiguities, and ultimately we as a facilitator suffer. Because we cannot make angry the shipper, and either we cannot make angry this custom officer.
Yeah.
So we need a clear policies, clear definition of the policies, so that we always can better understand the tariff rates and the import duties and the export benefits, duty drawbacks. Everything should be
So you're very clear, so you can actually talk very clearly with the customs, you
Yes.
can not talk clearly with the shippers.
Yes.
The clarity is very important.
Yes.
Yeah, actually, when you were sharing all this, I remember a time when we used to interact with drivers when I was working with Caltex.
Okay.
So drivers are when engine oil selling, usage of engine oils for truck used to be dependent on truck drivers. They used to tell which oil to use. And so now I can imagine in your shipment business also the truck drivers are the main people. In ours also the truck drivers ended up being the main people. Yeah. But good. No, Jitendra, Today, when I'm sitting with you, as I'm drawing a close to the interaction that we're, I must honestly confess, Jitendra, today I've learned a lot. I can empathize with you the challenges that you go through your profile of the roles that you play, and I also understand the fact that you are managing a myriad set of stakeholders, and you have to get everybody in place, and this is not easy.
Yeah.
For you, the operation runs day and night, and nothing seems to be stopping, and I can imagine the stress. And when you suggested me the fact that these are the three things like automation, like the clarity in the tax policies, and my education of the truck drivers and all that, if these things are put in place,
Yeah.
my job becomes a little better.
Yeah, of course, of course.
So nothing more, but it just becomes a little more better.
Yeah,
Huh?
of course.
And I thank you for sharing all those, because these are important things. The more you work on them, the more you clear about it, the more you will work on it, and the more organized environment become actually.
Yes, of course. Yeah, this definitely, all these things will ultimately will help to increase the productivity and reduce the turnaround time.
Yeah.
And that is the goal.
See, end of the day, yeah, and that's where the power of SCM, supply chain management, comes into the picture.
Yes,
Huh?
yeah.
Yes. So we had an amazing discussion. And Jitendra, many thanks for it. I like the way you shared things, and I like the passion in you. And I'm also very excited with the fact that you're very clear how technology can really help you
Yeah.
galvanize the change in the entire industry space. So thank you so much, Jitendra. And we hope to have one more round, two more rounds of interaction.
Yeah, it will be
And
my
because the things that you are telling, it opens avenues to discuss something more also.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
I will be always available.
Yeah. With this, thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Pleasure to have you here.
Okay, thank you.